I'm at that point right now where I'm doing things out of duty.
And the Bible does say that your gift will make room for it.
So while we waiting
while we waiting,
yes. But no is a complete sentence.
Yes.
You don't have to explain why you said N-O. That my husband loves alarms. Like he lives on alarms and he does not even hear them. Yeah.
So delegation is key. Yo, it's your boy, LJ Chaplin, with Lady Siza, bringing to you Chilling with the Chaplins, where we deep dive, giving you practical concepts in ministry, business, relationship, and personal development. So we can take control of our life. Let's go and let's get it started. Welcome to Chilling with the Chaplins. It's your boy LJ with the one and only, my lovely wife, Lady Siza, in the building. Yes, you know we're about that vibe each and every week. You know what I'm saying, you guys, you know. So today, we got something special for you today.
Well, not special as such, but we're going to be talking from the subject title, Pouring from an Empty Cup. Because honest truth is, I am on reserve tank right now. This is a personal topic for me because I'm sure the chillers can see that I'm tired. We work. We work really, really hard. We work almost 7 days a week.
Yes, 7 days a week.
Apart from other stuff that we do for ministry and podcasting, speaking. It's a lot. Training, coaching. It's a lot.
Mentoring others.
That we're trying to get to do, and as a result, you find yourself trying to still pour out to people because you are a giver in that way. Because all that we are doing, if you look at all the things that we do, none of them come from a selfish place. All of them are coming from where we
a pure heart.
Not that, yes, but also where we are giving ourselves. Because even this podcast for us, we're not gossiping about anybody, about celebrities and everything, and that's why it's even extra effort to put on a podcast like this, because we know podcasts that talk about celebrities and that gossip, they fly because people want to hear gossip. Or entertainment. They don't want to hear things that will build them, that will make them better. Things that we've been through, our experiences that we know that it can shape them and learn from our experiences
and help them grow and avoid the oopses that we went through. So for us, this is what the podcast is about. We know that the growth will, we're not going to say will, but it could or might be a little slower than those of entertainment, or gossip podcasts. It doesn't worry us because we know the vision. We understand why we're doing this. But also, like we said, it was a platform for us to also learn from each other and to just also sit down and have a chat. And also, it's just time together. Because in most cases, building a stronger relationship between one another.
The two of us mainly, but sharing it with the chillers. Because in most cases we are always on the go. But when you do such things like we're doing ministry, I'm doing my speaking engagements, you're doing your coaching and training, which I help you with. We're doing other stuff that we do with the businesses and stuff like that. Plus the work, which is all demanding. You end up being so drained, so exhausted, so tired,
so resentful. Like, do I have to? Especially when you don't see the end goal, when you're working and your desired goal you have not reached it yet. So I'm at that point right now where I'm doing things out of duty instead of out of obligation. Duty and obligation, not because I want to, but because I have to. And that's a very, very dangerous place to come from. I agree. And I'm so glad that I am going to take time off.
Yes.
And just be with family and, and not have to think of work. Yes, I'll think about preparing for the wedding and stuff, but that's something that I have control over now because I'm not going to be sending people to do things for me. I'll be actually hands-on because I am a hands-on person. But also just going back to my roots, I think that will help me a lot.
Yes, it will. Most definitely gonna help you a lot.
It will ground me back again and remind me of why I came to the United States initially. Because right now I feel lost. I feel forgotten. I feel drained. I feel exhausted. I'm tired. And this topic really speaks to me more than anything.
Yes.
Pouring from an empty
cup. Especially when you're doing something that you don't like to do or you don't want to do. It's even more draining. And one of the worst that we do, we don't care about doing it, but we're doing it because it pays the bill. Yeah. But when we can eliminate the thing that we're not passionate about doing, it makes the load a lot better. And that's the thing that we have to learn to work towards, is eliminating the thing that we don't want to do or don't like to do, so that it won't be work.
Because when you start doing things from joy, from passion, they say when you work your passion, when you are in your gift, you don't
feel it. Yeah, you don't work it. It don't feel it. You enjoy it.
You look forward to getting up in the morning.
Yes.
And the work that we do right now,
it's draining.
It's draining. We're not enjoying it, but it does pay the bills.
It does. Yes.
So you'll be hanging on until the passion kicks off.
Yes.
And God starts opening up those doors for the passion and for the gift.
Yes. And the Bible does say that your gift will make room for it.
So while we're waiting,
yes, while we waiting for the room to be made, we still working at something that we don't really want to do, or something that is a lot of draining, and because we rather work our passion instead of working
and that creates a
job.
lot of fatigue, right?
Yes.
You get so tired out of just doing the duty or doing what you really don't want to do. A lot of people are working jobs that they hate.
Yes.
They do it because it pays the bills. You've made me addicted to latte. My God, like I drink latte on a daily basis, which I know is completely wrong for my health, but it keeps me going. It keeps it puts the fuel in my body that I don't necessarily have. I take a lot of supplements to supplement my body, but it's still not doing me justice. I still, by the time, because we come back around about like 2 a.m. 3 a.m. sometimes, just working, and because of that, you want to be retained, because you have to get up early, be retained throughout the day, into the night, and so forth.
Be excited,
And I know that most doctors would say stay away from coffees and lattes and all that, because when you are pouring from an empty cup, no matter how much coffee you drink, you're still drained. You're still tired.
Yeah, you still try. Yeah, you're still drained.
Which is actually a very sad reality, but it is. So, I mean, even every little irritation that happens around you, it's a trigger.
It's a trigger, because you're tired, you're drained, so you don't want to be bothered with no one. You don't want to talk to no one.
You get on people's... People get on
your nerves,
so quickly. Something that would not ordinarily tick you off now ticks you off.
It ticks you off,
you cry over spilled milk, like you'll be doing something and maybe milk falls on the floor. And you'll make a big sin out of something very minute. Things like that. When those are the signs that you need rest. You're exhausted. You're now pouring from an empty cup. You're so anxious most of the time. You're so tired. You're so angry. You take everything personal. I'm right there. All of those tick my boxes. Like, I take things personal. I'm anxious. I'm angry. I'm just walking on eggshells. And hence, I really, really need a break.
I'm not now. One thing about me, I think because of my personality, even though I'm drained, you still won't know that I'm drained.
I know.
Yeah, you know, but because you live with me.
Yeah.
But, you know, from the outside, I think you don't really know that I'm tired and drained because...
But your face tells.
Yeah, your face up.
You know,
but I think I still have, I think because my energy level is so high, I think I get able to attain, because I don't get angry as fast.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I get resentful and things like that. So me, I think I could go a little longer because of my personality. I think.
But if you feel like how I feel and you're wondering what's wrong with you, why are you feeling this way, you know, why do the things that used to make you happy now make you angry. And make you irritable? You are pouring from an empty cup. You are anxious over nothing, over everything, and you're just resentful as well. When people need help, you feel like, I can't say no to them, and then you start helping them when you don't have to help them.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to give you tips later on, and of how to be able to be now coming from a full cup, because that's what I'm going to be implementing in the next couple of weeks as well. But resentment is a huge part of pouring from an empty cup, when you feel like obligated to do things which you don't really have to. You know, because you're not doing anybody a favor when you're pouring from an empty cup. You're actually doing yourself a disfavor, even the person that you're trying to assist, because you're not doing it from the bottom of your heart or from a place of abundance. You're coming from a place of lack.
Yes, I agree.
So I want to say, why do you feel like this? Why do people often feel like the way I've just described? Why do I feel like this?
Tell us, please.
But also the question would be, and why don't you feel rewarded or happy when you give to others? Because that's how you feel. You're doing for things. You're doing stuff for people. And then you still
you're not getting nothing in return.
Yeah, and you still feel resentment.
Sometimes,
why did I even have to do that? But nobody asked you.
Yes.
Or even if they asked you, you can say no.
No, yes.
But you still go ahead and do it because, you know why? Because we people pleasers.
Yes.
We want everybody to be happy.
Yes.
We don't want anybody to be disappointed by us saying no. But no is a complete sentence.
Yes.
You don't have to explain why you said N-O. And this is the thing that I have been learning, and I'm still learning. No does not need an explanation.
No. Yes, I agree.
No, and what do you guys say? We say full stop. You guys say period.
Period.
No, period.
Period. Now, one thing too, because you said something that I would like to bring up, because you know, when you feel like you want to do something and you feel like you're doing all this and nobody getting back to you. For one, you shouldn't have that mindset in the beginning. If you're going to do something, you're going to do something from your heart.
But you see,
and not look
you
for nothing.
feel that way because you're pouring from an empty cup.
Yes.
You're pouring from lack.
Yes, lack.
Because if you
or
if
a scarcity mindset.
Not even. Well, lack, scarcity mindset. But it's because as much as you want to do it, I'm in reserve terms.
You're expecting
right now.
for something in return.
Not necessarily. You feel like, why am I doing it for people when they're not going to do it for me? Because you need it as well.
Yes, I agree. But that's the wrong mindset to have. But because you pour from an empty cup, you tired like, man, I don't want to do this no more because I'm not seeing the reward from it. But at the end,
I actually need people to do this for me instead, because you need it too.
Yes.
That's why it's important for even people like pastors, motivational speakers, people who pour out from within. They need to be refilled as well.
Yes.
Pastors, you can't just always be hearing yourself give a message.
Yes.
That's why some pastors take a sabbatical.
Yes, that's one of the tips that I was gonna bring up.
Yeah.
Because you gotta give yourself time, some rest, so that you can get refilled again.
Yeah. Go sit under people that you trust and feed from. That's why it's important to have a covering.
Yes.
Because if you would need your covering to pour into you, and they need a covering as well. Everybody has to be covered.
Yes, everyone
Otherwise, you will run dry, and you'll end up pouring and giving people crap.
And then another thing too, when you do that, it keeps you motivated. That's just like when you listen to podcasts, when you listen to us speaking, even though we might be drained, but a lot of times you will be motivated, you will be encouraged to keep going. Like, you know what, there's hope at the end of the road.
And also you'll feel like you're not alone.
You're not alone,
you know, oh, they feel like that. Yeah. Oh, we've been seeing Lady Siza not being as excited as she used to be. Yeah. She's tired.
But she's still coming. So and that she's still coming out of no, what?
It's out of duty now. Okay. Because if I had any other way, I wouldn't. Because this is my honest truth. This is my truth. Okay. I wouldn't, because I'm tired and I know that I'm not giving off my 100%. Because I'm coming from a place of exhaustion. Okay. And that is what pouring from an empty cup means. It means when somebody gives from a place of deficiency, and that's what's happening with me right now. You know, when you cannot give others, and they usually say you can't give others, if you are not taking care of yourself, and I'm not. And that needs to change, and that's why I'm going on this trip. For me, it's like a retreat where I just going to go and recharge again.
Yes. Now I could say, for me, doing it energizes me because I enjoy it. I like it. I like motivating. I like encouraging. I like talking. I like speaking. So when I'm in my comfort zone. Right. I'm in my zone. It energizes.
I'm in my zone too, but I'm just exhausted.
Yeah, you're exhausted.
I have to be a wife. I have to. Unfortunately, we don't have somebody who helps around the house. I have to clean the house. I have to cook. It's a lot on my plate. While my husband watches the sports, I'm in the kitchen cooking. You know, that's being a female, right? Unfortunately. But all those things, they pile up and they do end up making you feel exhausted. Yes. You know, so, and now we can talk about, you know, selfishness and with self-care, like the difference, because some people feel like if I say no, then I'm being selfish, but it's actually taking care of yourself. You know, it's okay to say no, or it's okay to not do things out of duty. And I'm glad that I'm going away, because you sometimes force me to do things when you even realize that she's not up to it. Like, I would be sick and he says I need to come to church and help him out, like, but I'm sick, I just need to sleep. But out of being a wife, I would do it out of duty, and my heart will not be there, which is a really wrong place to come from, because when you're not even things of God, you gotta come from a place of where you want to, not because you have to or you must.
I agree, and you're right, but I agree with you, and that's why it's critical to, you know, to take some time to rest, you know, when you feel that way, and because we do, and that's why vacations is critical. You know, taking time off, even a week, even staycation. You know, if you can't afford to go away, you have a staycation, maybe on a weekend, so that you can regenerate. When you don't do nothing, you turn off the phones, you turn off the TV, and you just don't.
Or you just turn on the TV and watch Netflix all day and
and chill. Relax. You know, you're just resting so that you could recover. Right. Because we do work. You know, especially when you work when you have a busy life, you need that time.
Busy schedule. Yeah. I think the hardest thing with people like myself who are people pleasers and stuff like that, we are also very codependent. You know, we feel like we have to do things for people in order for people to be happy. You know, and that takes away from us. You know, but we then mistake self-care and helping people, and think that if I don't help them, then I'm being selfish. But then you forget to take care of yourself in the meantime. And that's my bigger mistake most of the time. That's when I get drained by doing things like to make you happy, but I'm not taking care of myself. You know, that's one of the biggest mistakes. You know, and as a result, I end up feeling resentful, and I feel, you know, not, you know, invaluable, like, because I just don't want to do this thing, and so I don't see the value of doing it and stuff like that. And that results in me abstaining from taking care of myself, right? And when I'm doing things for you or other people, I'm now not doing it from a place of wanting, but because I don't want to feel guilty that I said no to you, and I don't want to feel bad that I said no to you, but I should learn to say no more.
Or learn to communicate. Or learn to communicate. That's why communication is key.
Yeah.
And because sometimes people don't know how you feel and how you expect it.
Right. It's because most people like myself, they have a hard time to say no anyways. You know, because when I say no, I feel like I'm hurting your feelings, and I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Yes.
But I know that I don't want to do this. You know. So, yeah. That's it. I guess it's part of marriage.
Yes.
So what are the things that we can give as tips of when you feel like you know, because these are the signs of that you're pouring from an empty cup. Some that we've discussed already, but these are some of the signs when you're not getting enough sleep. You know, I've been having a lot of that lately, where I'm just, my body just, it's tired, but it just doesn't want to shut down and sleep. And as a result, I end up taking pills, which I'm not supposed to force my body to sleep. When I'm eating as well, and that's why I've gained weight so much in such a short period of time, snacking, because I'm trying to keep my mind busy, and also it's a comfort to what I'm feeling inside, that I'm tired, so let me eat to comfort me. I use food as a comfort. I don't have the greatest relationship with food, and I should start to solve that problem, because it is a problem, and because I'll end up being 50 times what I am right now. I don't like the way I look. I'm very uncomfortable in my skin right now, because I have gained a lot of weight over the weight that I have, especially with the height that I have.
Yes.
You know, so when you feel those things as well, it's a sign that you are coming from an empty cup. Also, when you feel like without these things that I've mentioned, you know, you still want to do, although you shouldn't be, right? And you feel cranky once you've done it. You feel you have low self-esteem, you're angry, you're resentful, you're just tired all the time. Welcome to the club. We're in the same WhatsApp group.
Yes.
You know, it's not a nice place to be.
Yes.
And I'm glad that I'll be able to do self-care and get my mojo back.
Self-care is important. We talk about this self-care on this podcast all the time, because it's very important to have self-care, to take care of yourself, to love yourself.
But you see, we usually are very good in dishing advice, but we don't take our own advice. Right. So that's what I'm trying to do with this particular video. I'm telling you what I'm feeling, and now I'm going to share tips on what I plan on doing, so that I'm now coming back with a full cup. I'm no longer pouring from an empty cup, because I know all the signs.
Yeah, and that's the first step, because you want to understand your situation. And so that you can better prepare yourself how you don't fall into that trap again. Because understanding where you are, understanding what having knowledge of what you have to do, and then being better prepared so that you don't fall in the same trap. And that's why one thing too is delegation. Learning how to delegate certain things is critical as well. Learning how to delegate so that you're able to focus on what you do well. You know, because when you're doing things that you don't like to do, or you don't want to do, or you don't do well in, you become a jack of all trades. And so you want to learn how to delegate some things. And if you can't hire nobody, you know, sometimes like for the job, you get help, or freelancers, or something, or interns, or things like that. If you have a business or whatever, you get interns, so that you don't be doing everything and you get burnt. Because when you're doing everything, you will get burnt out. So delegation is key.
And another critical thing is to listen to your body.
Listen to your body.
My body has been telling me over and over again. I had a sore bum. Like, have you ever heard of somebody who has a sore bum? I couldn't sit. until I started going to the chiro. I went to the chiro for about a month now.
Yeah.
You know, just to stretch my body, just to get it, to adjust it, just to get it back to, you know, where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And, you know, my mind is tired. I have to constantly think. I go into the other room like, what did I come in here for? I forgot.
Yeah.
Because my mind is so tired.
Yes.
You know, and because your body will tell you slow down or stop.
Yes.
But we often don't do that. We overlook it. We don't listen to our bodies.
Yes.
So just quickly, 4 things that we're just going to touch over that you have to look at in order for you to now start pouring from a full cup. One is take some personal time.
Each day.
And this means like what you do. I admire that, although it irritates me, watching sports or recorded, you know, episodes of 90 Day Fiancé or Chantel.
Yeah.
You know,
famous Chantel. Yeah.
That makes you happy.
Yeah,
you know,
because
moment.
you this is how I'm able to relax because I'm working so hard. So I even though, like I said, you know, like, but I need that time so that I'm like, okay, you know what? I did this. I chilled a little bit, and now let me get back to work.
Right.
And I use that time to cool down.
Yeah.
So that I know once this is over, I go back to work. And so that's what you have to do, whatever it is. And like even
something that makes you happy.
And yes, another thing I do too is I read my word every morning. I read my word every day, every morning. I start my day. I try to start my day meditation, reading my word, so that the rest of my day can be great. Yeah. And then once I do that, then I go do some work, and then I also take some time out to like relax or chill, and then I get back to work. And then I know at nighttime, I know I'm working on the 9 to 5.
I should go back to that because I used to do very well as well. Start off my day with meditation.
That's critical.
Like that. But you know, I would be so tired from what I did yesterday. I wake up still tired and rushing time and everything. But also a second one, we start saying no, and we've been saying that over and over again over this episode, that no is a complete sentence. Don't feel obligated to say yes, even though when you feel like you don't want to do it or you can't do it because of time constraints.
Because
don't overstretch yourself.
Yes, you're right. And I was going to say this because if you don't say no and say yes to everything, and then you don't feel that obligation, it makes it even worse.
Yeah.
It makes the matter worse, and then people can't trust you.
Yeah.
So if you can't do it, learn to say no. It's okay. They get over it. The person, if they really your friend, but
I think the most important thing is to communicate.
Yes, and that's the key.
Maybe if it's a close person and they're really relying on you, just explain why you say no.
Yes.
I know I said no is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain yourself, but in some situations it's good to do that so that people don't feel like, you know, you're being selfish, because that's what you're also trying to avoid. So people perceive you as selfish, right? Yeah. Get more sleep.
Yes, get more sleep.
And undisturbed sleep. So I have a challenge here in the Chaplins household that my husband loves alarms. Like he lives on alarms, and he does not even hear them. I'm a light sleeper and I hear them, and they break my sleep. You know, so I don't know what to do. Maybe we should sleep in separate rooms.
No.
Because I don't want to be hearing that alarm. And once that alarm goes off, I'm up.
Baby, but I turn the alarm on in the morning for the morning.
Yeah,
so
but
normally,
you should be getting up and you don't.
Hold on. I do ask you, I said, what time you want me to put the alarm on?
Anyway.
But another thing, because we talking about get more sleep. Another thing, too, when you're working, right? And when you see your body getting tired, you gotta learn to say, you know what? Especially us, what we do is flexible, so we can stop at any time. And so you can't. This is why it's very important not to chase money, but to chase your gift.
Yeah.
Not to chase money, so that when you're like, you know what, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Let me stop.
Yeah.
Let me rest, so that I can be at my optimal self and be able to do what I really want to do. And a couple hours of work or a couple hours from making money won't hurt, especially because our health is more important.
That's true.
And so if we need time out, You know, say, you know what, I'm not gonna work today, or I'm gonna work less today. You know, it's okay. I make it up the next day. That's the beautiful thing about what we do. And when you're 1099, you have freelance work, or you self-employed or whatever. That's the beautiful thing about it, because it's flexible.
The bad side about it.
I know you eat what you kill.
Yeah, no work, no pay.
You eat what you kill. But that's why it's very, you know, what you do is you make up the next day or whatever. You know, you work harder the next day, and then, you know, but having that balance. Sleep is critical, and if you need to take a day off, or you need to take a few hours so that you can get enough sleep, and so that you can be back to yourself, and then the next day you can work a little harder or whatever, because you got a full sleep.
That's why I'm praying for breakthrough, so that I don't have to work to pay bills, but do my gift.
Yes, do your gift.
Because when I'm in my speaking gift, oh my God, like it doesn't feel like work.
Yes,
I'm in my element. I'm just so excited. I'm pumped up. I've got energy. You can make me speak at 3 a.m. in the morning. I'll still give you the best.
Yes, yes.
You know. Lastly, the last point is talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
You know, have a therapist if you.
Have a therapist.
I always encourage that.
Yes.
You know, get a therapist.
Join a community.
Join a community.
Like, that's opportunity window.
Yeah. Or, you know, have a friend. Like, have somebody that you can pour out so that you trust.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
and give off, you know, share your frustrations.
Yes.
Your wins, your downfalls and everything with them, as long as you trust them. Because, you know, sometimes people you share with them, trusting them, and then you hear it from the next person, and you're like, hold on, I just told one person this story. Why am I hearing it in a different version from this person?
Yes.
So that's very important.
Very important.
So I'll stop right there. So tell us about Next Opportunity Window very quickly, please.
Yes, well, this podcast is sponsored by Next Opportunity Window, and so, you know, if you feeling overwhelmed right now, you don't have no one that you can go to and talk to, you know, so that you relieve your frustrations. You know, why not join a supporter community, someone that you can share your thoughts, your ideas, and someone that's not gonna judge you for who you are and for you being tired. And this is what about a community is about, to support while you're in your weakness. Because the Bible says 2 is better than 1. When one is down, when one is tired, when one needs to be uplifted, the other person that's inside your supported community, your supported network, can build you up. And this is what we're about. We're about building each other up. Like-minded people, because you want to join a community with like-minded people who just like you, who share the same goal, the same ambitions as you, so that you're able to be your best self. So that you can become an action taker and not do things out of obligation. You know, and so how we do this, we do have daily themes, so that you're able to go through the content, so that you're able to stay motivated every day. We have monthly webinars. We have quarterly masterminds. So because you need this, because you need this motivation, this fuel to keep you going. So that this accountability, and you're able to be coached by a certified coach, speaker, trainer, by myself, and so that someone that can hold you by your hands and take you along your way in your journey. And so we do give you a 7-day free trial, so that you can try us out. You know, like I said, no risk, no obligations, no contract. You can cancel at any time. You can leave at any time. But we say if you like us, you want to stay, you're welcome to stay. Because we do say that, you know, you have to be committed to, and does takes time. So commit yourself. If you want to stay, commit to your growth, because it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen even in 7 days. But we say try us out, so that you even get a feel of it. And then if you want to stay. And it's a small investment of less than 99 cents a day, less than $1 a day. My wife said 33 cents a day. That's, you know, you can't buy nothing with 33 cents right now, really. You know, you can't buy a pack of gum for 33 cents. So it's a small investment, and you can easily save 33 cents every day, so that at the end of the month you have $9.99. So we say it's a small investment, $9.99 every month. And so get them, you know.
$10.
$10, yeah.
$9.99
and dollars, yes, US dollars. And so in rands, how much it is in rands?
I think just over
99 rands or 100 rands.
So this just over 150.
Over 150. So 150 rands. 150 rands and $9.99 US dollars. And so we sit and to be able to have this accountability partner, to have this community to support you in your journey with other like-minded people. So come, join.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we hope we'll see you on the other side. So also we'd like you to continue to subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Press that red button and be subscribed. But not just that, we'd love to be friends with you on our social media handles, especially on Instagram. You can follow me at Lady Siza 1 on Instagram and...
Yes, Get Inspired by LJ. I am on Instagram, YouTube, and fan base as well. But mostly I'm in the community where you can really talk to me and reach out to me.
Yeah. But also you can listen to us on our audio platforms, which are...
Yes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music. We are on TuneIn, Alexis, iHeartRadio, and Trisha. Wherever you listen to podcasts, we are on. All you got to do is type in Chilling with the Chaplins, and we always ask you to follow us on these platforms so that you're able to receive these notifications when we come out with an episode. We also ask you to leave a review as well as rate us. It helps us to grow the channel. It helps us to reach more people, to carry this message on so that more people to hear it and be able to learn from it and then grow. That's what it's about. It's about growth.
Yeah.
And so we just being thankful so that we're able to do this podcast to help more people so that they can overcome. They can overcome before getting into it, before feeling what you like, feeling that anxiety. Yeah. So we thank you.
Yeah, thank you. While I go and sleep, as you can see, I need some sleep.
Yes.
Well, you take care.
Take care. We'll see you next week. Yo, it's your boy, LJ Chaplin, with Lady Siza, bringing to you Chilling with the Chaplins, where we deep dive, giving you practical concepts in ministry, business, relationship, and personal development. So we can take control of our life. Let's go.